Hello and welcome to another video on Pydeeny doing stuff and filming it. Now, I thought I'd make a reasonably quick video. Let's be honest, my videos are normally longer than I intend them to be. But anyway, quick as I can, maybe, on what you can expect on the channel in this coming year, in the year of 2023. Yeah, there's going to be a few changes. Hopefully they're all going to be good from your point of view. And yeah, a few new things coming up, and we're going to be, I'll be honest, getting rid of some of the old stuff as well. Having a bit of a shift around, so yeah, I thought I'd make a quick video. We'll have a look at what you can expect in 2023. Alright, so to start off, let me explain the general rough direction that I'm trying to take the channel in now. Now, for the past, what's it been? Call it 2 years. It's like a year and a half. Call it 2 years since I started making content. I've been putting out a lot of content. Yeah, some of it has been popular, some of it not so much. But yeah, I've been putting out a lot of content. The general theme I'm going to be looking at going forward, and it will be a gradual change, is we're going to go for quality over quantity. I've been having a bit of a think over the Christmas period. It's the 27th. At the time of recording this particular section. Yeah, that I've been putting out a lot of videos. What I might try, well, what I'm going to try instead is sort of go for less frequent uploads, but the ones that I do upload will be better. I've been getting a lot better with the editing, learning new skills. Video editing is, if you've never tried it, it can be very complicated, and yeah, I've been learning a lot about it over this past year and a half. So yeah, there's gonna be fewer uploads, but hopefully, if I'm doing my part right, the stuff that I do upload will be of a much better quality. It will be, from your point of view, a gradual change, because there's a lot of stuff on the channel that's already uploaded and it's scheduled well in advance. With that in mind, well, I'm going to go through the well, I'll just go through my playlists, because they sort of outline the various series, the things that I've got on the go, and yeah, we'll just talk about the future of each of those little threads, those projects that I've got going. And then we'll have a bit of a talk about the new stuff as well. So yeah, let's have a quick look at the playlists. Alright, so in no particular order, well, it's the order that they appear in when I go to the playlist tab on my channel content screen. Yeah, to start off, we've got the sleep sounds, ambient noise, ASMR videos. They've been going for quite some time now. Yeah, you'll notice they are uploaded once a week, and there's 4 videos every time we do it. They're going to carry on for now. I'll be honest, I am starting to run out of stuff to make them from. I'm running out of new ideas, and I've made a lot of them. At the time of recording, there's 166 ASMR videos on this channel, and more are scheduled as well. I make them and I schedule them to go out every single week. I don't sit there and upload them and wait. I'd say I've got enough to carry on until March, maybe April time. After that, they'll stay on the channel, obviously, but that's pretty much going to be the end. I'm not going to make any more sleep sounds videos. I think that's a good place to leave it. We've done over a year's worth of those now. Yeah, they'll stay on the channel. If people want to watch them or use them, fair enough. Alright, moving on. Yeah, we've got the silly stuff playlist. That's going to continue. I don't have any particular, like, upload schedule for that, to release schedule. It's just as and when I come up with stuff, I might make a video about it and release it. But yeah, I'm always doing stupid stuff. It's mostly yo mama jokes that I tend to make, but...
Okay, Google, tell me a yo mama joke.
Your mum's so stylish, Victoria Beckham calls her for fashion tips.
Yeah, no, mine are better. I do better jokes.
If you like the silly stuff that I upload, just keep an eye on it and I'll add to it as and when I can. Alright, next down the list, product reviews and unboxing. Yeah, I like making those. Yeah, they're definitely going to carry on. I've actually got a few things lined up. If I get something new, no matter how small or cheap it is, if I think I can make a decent enough video out of it, then I will, so they will continue. I'll be honest, money is getting increasingly tight, and this coming year is only going to get much, much worse. My disposable income wasn't very high to begin with, but it's getting very tight, especially given that our oppressive government thinks the correct way to deal with the cost of living crisis is to put everyone's energy bills up, and then we have an unelected group of millionaires running the Bank of England who think the correct way to address a cost of living crisis is to jack everyone's mortgages up, because reasons. So yeah, there may be fewer of those. That's just because I don't have the fucking money to keep buying stuff, but I will make as many of them as I possibly can for you. So yeah, the cars, yeah, they're definitely carrying on. They're one of the few sources of actual joy in my life are working on my cars. So yeah, they're going to carry on. Again, money allowing, but yeah, I will do my best to work on them. That might not actually be so bad. The theme that I'm going with, especially if you've been following, say, the Corsa, is I'm not just loading up the parts cannon and throwing money at it. I'm trying to do it a more, you could say, traditional way, less wastage. If a part can be salvaged, cleaned up, you know, reused, repurposed, say, then I'm going to do it. So the actual money that I'm putting into my project cars isn't as high as you would expect for cars. It's mostly just time that I put into them, but it's time that I enjoy giving to them. So yeah, the cars playlist will definitely continue, and that's been more popular than I thought it would be, actually, especially my Corsa B Will It Run. So yeah, I am keen to carry on with that. So if you like my cars content, good news. Alright, next up, yeah, TV licensing. Yeah, that's definitely going to continue. It's going to continue for two reasons. One, TV licensing don't seem to know when to quit, so no doubt I'm going to have no end of content to make just from the friggin' letters that they send me. So yeah, that's definitely going to carry on. It's also by far been my most popular content in this past year. I did not expect it to be as popular as it was. Yeah, I uploaded one video that was more of just a rant at the friggin' letters that they keep sending me, and it just blew up overnight. So yeah, we're definitely going to carry on with that, because that seems to be what my audience wants to see, so I'm definitely going to do it. We're not just going to do letters on it. If you've seen my latest video on one of the letters that they sent me, I did make a criminal complaint based on what they'd sent me. That's, yeah, they actually sent me some pretty disgusting stuff in the post. So yeah, that's still ongoing. I'm going to be making an update video of that shortly. I'm making this one right now, you know, then I've got another one to do, and then I'll probably get onto the update video. It's a one-man band, this channel, give me a chance. But yeah, that's going to play out, so yeah, if you like the TV licensing stuff, which a lot of you seem to do, keep watching. Yeah, there'll be definitely more to come. So yeah, alright, next one. Yeah, ranting and raving. I do love a good rant. I don't think I've actually added to that for a while, but I do love a good rant. Like the silly stuff playlist, I don't really have a release schedule for that. It's just whenever I feel like ranting, then I'll make a video about it. So yeah, that will carry on, but again, there's no particular schedule to it. It's just whenever I get wound up about something. Gaming, that will carry on for now. I'm going to finish the StarCraft playthrough that I'm doing, but if I'm honest, I'm not a gamer. My two favourite games are StarCraft and Age of Empires, and I'm not playing Age of Empires at the moment because my new laptop doesn't have a CD drive, nor do I have an external CD drive, and I'm not paying to download it when I've already bought all the friggin' discs for it. I'll carry on, like I say, with the playthrough, so that will carry on for quite some time, actually. It will probably carry on. I'm doing one video a week, sometimes more than one if I fail a particular mission, but yeah, I'm probably not going to make any more videos after that. Obviously, you know, if you want me to keep going with something, let me know. If I get enough demand, then I'll keep making it, but I don't really have anywhere to go with that. And there's been times when it's felt like a bit of a chore making those videos, and yeah, I don't like it when my videos feel like that. This is my hobby. You know, I want to enjoy making this, and if making a particular video feels like a bit of a chore, then it's no fun. Alright, moving on. Alright, yeah, old tech revival and restoration. Yeah, I haven't really made anything new for that for a while, because I just haven't really had the chance. It's winter now, though, and a lot of playing around with old technology is done indoors, so there should be some new stuff of that coming soon. I've got one or two radio projects that have just sort of been on the back burner. They can be videos, and yeah, just anything I can get my hands on. If I can sort of play around with it, get it working again. If it's a bit of old technology, then I'll do it. There's not really a release schedule for it. It's just as and when. I mean, one of the radio projects, at least, I'm hoping to get done before spring. Should be good. So yeah, that will carry on. But the upload frequency, being honest, may be a little low, especially as we go into the summer, because then I start doing more outdoorsy stuff like working on the cars. But I'll try and get at least 1 or 2 videos out on that before the spring on that. But yeah, that will definitely be carrying on if anyone's interested in that. Next playlist. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. I have a dogs playlist. I do things with the dogs, but I never film them. If I'm going out and spending time with my dogs, that's my time, and you know, and to them it's like the highlight of their day. They absolutely love it. And I think if I was farting around with the camera, it ruins the experience for me and for the dogs. So yeah, I've no plans to carry on adding to that playlist. Again, I'm not going to take anything out. There's 4 videos in there. If I have the opportunity to make a video involving the dogs, and it will go in there. But other than that, I have no real plans to carry on. It's things like I'll go somewhere like a country park and go for a really long walk with the dogs. That's my time to relax. I don't really want to be filming as I do it. So yeah, that's the future of that playlist. Probably doesn't have one. Alright, moving on. Plants and gardening. Yeah, again, not a lot going on now in winter. In summer though, we've got a fucking lot of work to do. That's a difficult one to make videos for, because as much as I enjoy gardening, and a lot of people out there do, I find it difficult to make decent content about it that isn't really fucking boring. I think one of the videos I'm trying to clear out the cave, and I made the video and I released it, but you're literally just watching someone moving a load of shit out of a shed. That's not really entertaining content. I mean, I will keep making stuff about it, but I've got a few plans for the garden. It's a constant ongoing project, but it feels like every time I make a change or do something, it seems to introduce 2 other problems I have to deal with. It's just never-ending effort with that thing. So yeah, we're going to carry on with that. I've got my shed needs rebuilding. That's going to be a video. That's going to be quite an interesting one as well, so I've got some pretty cool ideas on what to do with that. We're going to be rebuilding my shooting range, because I do have a small shooting range down the bottom of my garden. I'm fortunate to have quite a large garden, so that can be a video. We're going to be building stuff with that, and I'm trying to plan a garage, which I suppose would go under the garden thing, 'cause it's going to be on the front of the house. But yeah, I'm trying to plan a garage, but yeah, that's been quite prohibitive on the cost front so far. But yeah, at the very least we won't be doing the other 2 things. So yeah, there will be stuff happening as we go into spring and summer and autumn, I suppose, in the garden. But it's not going to be there's not going to be that many videos of it. But again, like I said, the videos I do make are going to be better. I promise you they are. Alright, yeah, talking to customers, that's probably not going to continue, really, at least not in its current form. There's a few other directions I can take it. I used to work in the motor trade. I've had a series planned for a long time and I keep putting it off. Your stories from the motor trade, that will probably tie into that. I might sort of rename the playlist and we'll put all that in there, because I also used to work in catering as well. I've got a lot of stories from that to tell, so yeah, that's not going to continue in its current form. But I think what I'll do is I'll rename and reboot that at some point in the coming year to include all my other stories, because I was originally just going to do like 3 different series, so 3 different playlists of it. So we'd have talking to customers, stories from the motor trade, stories from the catering industry. I'll just do it all in one. There's no point doing 3 different ones, because otherwise I'll just end up with like a small handful of videos in each one, and they'll all just be somewhat neglected and unsuccessful. So I'll just dump them all into one go. Alright, moving on. Shooting. That is a difficult one. It is going to carry on, but I don't know how much and when. I haven't been shooting for a long time, a good few months. I'd say probably approaching 6 months. I just never seem to have the time or or the energy, and it's upwards of a 2-hour journey to get there, and then the same getting back. I've struggled to get out and go shooting for a long time. I'm determined to go before the new year. Like I said, it's the 27th when I'm filming this. I'm determined to go there before the new year. I might go New Year's Eve or something like that. Yeah, it's also quite difficult to film there. Not everybody wants to be on camera, so I try and find like secluded spots, but then I'm sort of stuck in one place, so it's difficult to make decent content when you're just sort of in one place shooting at the same targets again and again. So yeah, I'm not sure where I'm going to go with that, really. I've got a few ideas, but it's stuff that I'm probably going to have to do at home. So yeah, that will carry on, but I'll be honest, I don't know when or how frequently, because I've been really struggling with my shooting these past few months. Alright, these next few should be a bit quicker. Chuck Norris facts. Yeah, that's not going to continue. I've made a year's worth, 365 videos in total. I'm not going to make any more. I've thought about it for a long time, yeah, but yeah, I was thinking back to when I was making them. It's a bit of an old joke now, but I still find them funny, so I made them. But making 365 videos was... I wouldn't say it was a lot of work. I mean, it was, but they're quite short videos and they were quite quick to make. It's just I had to make so bloody many of them that it took me quite a while to make that many. The hardest part about it, though, was finding decent Chuck Norris facts. I mean, I thought up a few myself. There's some that I knew off the top of my head, and then I was using various websites. Yeah, there's only so many out there before you start getting repeats, or you're really scraping the barrel. You get a lot that just make no fucking sense. I mean, well, no Chuck Norris fact makes any sense, but you make some, it's like, well, those are certainly all words, but I have no idea what order you want them to be in. So, yeah, I've decided that's not going to continue. I mean, the year's worth that I've made are going to carry on, but they'll run out in this coming year, and then that's it. I'm not making any more after that. Alright, so, new stuff. Well, we'll start off with the one that I'm most excited about. We're going to be doing some, well, I don't know what you call it actually, moto vlogging. Long and short is I, a few weeks ago now, got myself a motorbike. I've wanted one for pretty much since I was 16. Well, at 16 it would have been a moped, but I've wanted a motorbike since I was a teenager. The opportunity finally presented itself where I could get one at next to no cost to myself. Basically, my work paid for me to do a CBT course. The plan was originally I was going to get a moped, like a 50cc one. Having done the CBT on a geared bike, proper motorbike, I didn't really want a moped. They're limited, most of them, to like 28 mile an hour, I think. It's 40 kilometers an hour. Which works out like 28 mile an hour, which is slow and boring, and also quite dangerous. The speed limit on all the roads around where I live for about 5 miles in any direction is 60 mile an hour, and nobody is doing that speed. They're all doing well above it, so me trundling along on a moped at 28 mile an hour was a terrible idea. So yeah, I've bought myself a motorbike. I love it. I've been out on a few rides already. At the time of filming, I've been on 3 rides, including driving it back, or riding it back from the guy that I bought it from. Yeah, it took me a while to find it, because there's a lot of bloody death traps out there. I'm going to do an introduction to the bike video, which will be the first video in the new motor vlogging series. So yeah, so we'll have a good look at that in good time. I was going to film that this morning, but it's really windy and rainy out at the moment. Yes, I'm recording this instead. But yeah, I'm really excited about that. That's going to be good. Still working out a few kinks in it. I've got no real way of recording my rides. I do have, I used to have 2, but one of them's broken. I do have a little action camera. I've given it a try. Yeah, it's not going to work out for us. I'll tell you what, I'll play a clip in a minute, but the sound quality is terrible. I could get around that by just sort of turning it down and doing voiceovers, but the video quality is terrible as well. I don't know if it's the vibration of the bike or quality of the camera. It's probably a combination of the two, but yeah, the video was just almost unwatchable. I tell you what, I'll show you a little bit of it now, so you can, yeah, you'll see what I mean. in one of those little bits I was riding into the sun, and that just seems to have completely overwhelmed the camera's ability to camera. The sun was in my eyes, but it wasn't nearly as bad as it's coming across on the camera. Yeah, the way this thing recorded it made it look like I was driving into a nuclear explosion. I wasn't. Also, I think it's just the vibration of the bike. It just can't seem to record decent quality video. It's not a very high quality camera anyway, but I was prepared to work with it if it was okay. It records in 1080p. You notice it sort of had these wavy lines on it, like when you used to fast forward the old VHS tapes. That's just unusable. It'd be embarrassing to start trying to use the footage that this gives me, which is a shame because I've gone and ordered new batteries for it, so it lasts a really good long time now, but the stuff that it's recording is shit. So fortunately it's winter at the moment, so there's not much opportunity to go riding. I'm going as often as I can because I need the practice, but there's not that much opportunity to go places, so yeah, there's no mad rush for that, but I do need a better way of recording it, and I need a number of things for the bike. Yeah, I've got the basics, you know, helmet and protective gear, but a number of other things I want, like panniers, so I can start doing long trips in it and doing some proper motor vlogging. But yeah, the biggest obstacle at the moment is recording the rides. That's the main thing I want to do, and I don't have the means to do it at the moment. I've been looking at phone mounts, try and record from my phone, but again I don't know how good that's going to be. Also, I don't really want to use my phone, partly because if something happens, like I break down, I don't want a flat battery on my phone. So yeah, I want to do it from a camera, mounted camera. I've been looking at GoPros, but a new GoPro it's just prohibitively expensive for me. You know, they're like £300 plus are the new GoPro 9s. I've been looking at older models like the Hero 3. They still seem to be perfectly good, but again, it's just money. But I've got time to sort that. I'm probably not going to be doing very much of that until the summer for obvious reasons. But yeah, that's the main thing, and there'll be an introduction video to the bike and a proper walk round coming soon. That's the main thing that I'm most excited about, is I have a motorbike. It's also a bit of a project, the bike itself, but again, all that will be detailed in the introduction video. So yeah, as well as having project cars, I've now got a project bike. So yeah, that's the thing that I'm most excited about, is we're now going to be doing some motor vlogging on the motorbike. So yeah, I'm really fucking happy. I've finally got one. It's like a childhood dream that I've got a motorbike now. So yeah. Alright, what else are we going to be doing? There's a new series that I've been working on for a while now, called Strange Things from Across the Pond. The first episode of which, well, first two videos is an introduction, then episode 1, both coming out at exactly the same time. They're going to be released the day after this video, so tomorrow from your point of view. And that's going to be primarily food-based. Basically, I've got a guy who is able to get me various things that you can't always get in the UK. I mean, some of them you can get, but with great difficulty. Some of them you're never going to find in the UK anywhere. So yeah, we're going to be taking a look at that. Most of it is food-based, but I've got plans for other bits and bobs to include in that. A lot of it is going to be American, because, you know, my guy is American. So yeah, that's something I've been working on it for a while, making the videos and then scheduling them in. So yeah, I'm really quite excited about that one as well, and I'm hoping it gets a good reception because I've put a lot of work into them. Reasonable amount of money as well, because obviously I have to buy all this stuff. But yeah, it's called Strange Things from Across the Pond. I know, you know, across the pond to most people means America, but remember, Britain is an island, so I mean, technically anything that isn't from Britain is across the pond. It's just which pond you pick. But yeah, most of the stuff on there is going to be American stuff, but I'll get stuff from elsewhere as well. Yeah, got some connections out in Europe, Eastern Europe. We might be able to get some stuff from out there as well. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out. But that's going to be good. They're quite simple videos, not very long. They're filmed here in my study, in my studio, whatever you want to call it, the library. But yeah, they should be very interesting if you're into that sort of thing. So that's starting. The schedule for that will be the first Monday of every month. Will be one video, and it will carry on for as long as I care to make them. Really, yeah, I've made several months worth of videos already, and I've got loads more. I've got at least another year's worth of content to make and film about, so that's going to carry on indefinitely. Really, as long as I can keep getting stuff to make videos about, then I'll keep doing it. So that's going to be good. Watch this space. If you're into foreign foods or just things that you can't get in the UK, then yeah, have a look. That's going to be good. It's called Strange Things from Across the Pond. Yeah, let's say first episode is coming out tomorrow, day after this one. Right, so third and final new thing. It's not going to be the only new thing. I will still do stuff as and when I come up with them. This isn't going to be your lot for the whole year, but this is the one that I wanted to put to yourselves, the audience. It's a series I was thinking up in the car earlier today whilst I was thinking about this video as well. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet. I'm thinking I may just call it Why. And it's going to be similar to the ranting series, but a bit more serious. And I'll just be looking at situations and just sort of analysing them and then just thinking, why does it have to be that way? Well, that's an example. There'll be other things in there, but that's an example. Take energy prices. Yeah, one thing that we found out recently, when prices start to go up and up and up, I'm with Octopus Energy. Now, for years they've been, shouting and screaming about how good they are, because that means I'm on 100% renewable energy, which I don't think I actually am, because we have a national grid here and there's no way of tracing exactly where your little bit of electricity came from. But anyway, I was like, oh right, well, whatever, just make sure the electricity gets to my fucking house, I don't care. When prices started going up, myself included, and a number of other people, quite rightly, turned round to Octopus and said, well, hang on a minute, prices are going up because the price of gas is going up, natural gas, but we're on 100% renewable energy, so why are our prices going up? Has wind gone up in price, has it? Sun not shining anymore? Perfectly reasonable question. Why is that going up? And then it turns out that electricity in the UK is charged at the most expensive unit of electricity generated. So if you have, I don't know, like 10 power stations, and they all produce electricity in a different way, the price that's charged to the consumer for all of those power stations, regardless of how they make it, is the price, it's the cost of the most expensive one. And we have gas-fired power stations in this country. We've still got a few of them left. And of course, when the price of gas goes up, the cost of generating electricity at those power stations has gone up. Which then means that the price of, say, wind, which hasn't gone up in price because wind is free, because it's wind, the price of that goes up as well. So they're charging it out at the absolute maximum that they can get away with. Maximum price that they can get away with. Why? Why is it like that? Why isn't it the average? That would be a lot fairer on the British public that pay your fucking bills. Why? Why does it have to be that way? So yeah, that's what the series will be. A bit more serious, ranting and raving, and I think I probably will just call it Why. That's what the series will actually be called, Why. Because it's a perfectly legitimate question as well. With a lot of things that are being done to us, members of the public, by our government oppressors, for example. The question is, why? Why do you have to do that? I don't see why you have to do that. You could just not do that. Why? So, yeah. I haven't decided whether or not I am going to make that yet, for, well, a number of reasons, but I'll put that to the public. If I get a number of responses, people saying, yeah, you should go ahead and make it, then we'll start making it. I don't know what sort of schedule it will be on. I suppose it will be dictated by current events. So if there's a lot of stuff going on in the world like there is now, there'll be a lot of stuff for me to make it about. If things start to settle down and the news turns a bit boring again, well, that's probably a good thing for the world, but there'll be less content to make. Personally, I'd rather not have anything to make, but anyway, that's probably not going to happen. So yeah, if people say, yeah, you should go ahead and make that, then I'll make it. If people say, or they aren't really that interested, again, tell me and I won't make it, I'll think of something else. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, we've covered bikes, covered strange things from across the pond, we've gone through the playlists, other ideas are coming. Like I say, this isn't your lot for the entirety of 2023. I am going to try and come up with new ideas as and when I can, but yeah, I just thought I'd make an update. This video naturally has been a lot longer than I thought. But yeah, so that's what you've got to look forward to from Pydeeny doing stuff and filming it in the coming year. Thank you for watching, and of course, well, thank you for following along, and I look forward to seeing you in the coming videos in the coming year. Alright, Happy New Year, everyone. Hello, Stuart doing the edit here. I always do this when I make these sorts of videos. Two things I've forgotten. Firstly, I did make a video about this earlier, just like a quick introduction. But yeah, going forward, the channel now has its own Instagram page. So yeah, go and have a look at that. At the time of recording, it has 2 followers. One of them being my partner, the other being my mum. So yeah, be one of the first 2 that isn't my mum to follow that. So yeah, go and have a look. The handle is Pydeeny. The profile picture should be easy to spot. It's the bright red logo for it. Yeah, like I say, I will update it as often as I can, probably about as often as I update the channel, if not more often. So yeah, have a look at that. Second thing, I've been working on this for some time now. Quite a lot of planning's going into this, and this is going to be a bit of a one-off project. It's probably going to be a series of videos. I was thinking of making them a feature film type affair, but it'll probably be too long. So it'll probably be a series of videos released over time. I am going to be exploring the long ago decommissioned, defunct Cambridge to Mildenhall Railway. Yeah, that's a big project that I'm working on. It's not probably, it is the biggest and most complicated thing that I've done. There's going to be a lot of hours filming going into it, probably even more in the editing. It won't be out for a good long time, probably at least into the summer, because I've got to go to a lot of rural locations. There's going to be a lot of travelling involved trying to do that, and of course I need daylight to do it. I'm also really taking my time with that. That is going to be like next level as far as I'm concerned for this channel. I'm excited to get on with making that now. I'm at the stage where I just need to go out and start doing it and filming it. That will be coming in the following year, and yeah, stay tuned for that because it's going to be good. I've made sort of the first part of it already, and I'm really quite proud of it. It's next level for me. So yeah, that will be coming in the coming year. I'm determined to get it out in that time. So yeah, stay tuned for that. That's going to be good. Right, that's it now. Honest. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this video on Pydeeny doing stuff and filming it. Please don't forget to press the big button here in the middle to subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you liked what you just saw, please click the like button below and leave a comment letting me know what you liked about it. And as always, thank you for watching.